Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Friends, before going into the details of the war, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Please support by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. We are a strong community. Those spreading fake news on Russian army must be stripped of citizenship. Putin proposes. President Vladimir Putin of the Russian Federation introduced an amendment to the draft law on the possibility of revocation of acquired citizenship, which was approved at first reading. This was reported by Meduza on its Telegram channel, according to Ukrinform. The norm will apply to those who received a passport not by birthright, but as a result of the accession of new territories. It is noted that Putin supplemented the list of crimes for which citizenship can be revoked. The list includes spreading fake news about the Soviet Union and discrediting the Russian army, insulting Russia's flag and coat of arms, participating in an undesirable organization, inciting separatism, encroaching on the life of a statesman and calling for extremism. The very decision on stripping someone of Russian citizenship can be made regardless of when the crime has been committed. As reported by Ukrinform, the Center for Countering Disinformation under the National Security and Defense Council stated that Russian propaganda and some foreign media are spreading fake news about NATO's split on the issue of their stance on the war in Ukraine. Interview with Ukrainian ambassador to Turkey about the fundraising campaign for USV fleet. While analysts and experts are still talking about Ukraine's shocking kamikaze attack on Russian warships at the Sevastopol naval base, Ukraine has launched a new fundraising campaign to build an unmanned surface fleet. Vasyl Bednar, Ukraine's ambassador to Turkey, answered questions from Naval News about the fundraising campaign and the future USV fleet. Ukraine's United 24 initiative, an organization launched by Volodymyr Zelensky as the main venue for collecting charitable donations in support of Ukraine, started a fundraising campaign to build a multi-purpose USV fleet consisting of 100 USVs. United 24 mentioned the Ukrainian kamikaze attack on Russian Black Sea Fleet ships at the Sevastopol base on October 29, 2022, and highlighted the significance of this attack, which was a first in naval warfare. The initiative also shared the main goal of assembling the world's first drone fleet. It will protect the waters of Ukrainian seas and also peaceful cities from cruise missiles launched by Russian forces from their ships. It will unblock a corridor for civilian vessels that carry grain for the whole world. United 24 fundraising portal. According to United 24, the USV fleet will defend the Ukrainian waters, stop Russian ships carrying missiles from leaving the bay, protect merchant ships, and perform secret missions. They also underlined that these drones can participate in long-range maritime reconnaissance and coastal surveillance, escorting and supporting the traditional fleet, convoying merchant ships, zoning in artillery fire, defending Ukraine's bases, and countering amphibious operations. Naval News reached out to the Ukrainian ambassador to Turkey, Mr. Vasyl Bednar, to find out more about the campaign, Ukraine's expectations from this fleet, and its potential impact on the grain corridor agreement. NN. Hi, Mr. Bednar. Can you tell us about Ukraine's recent fundraising campaign for a USV fleet? All fundraisers for the TB2 drones have been successful so far, but this is a much larger campaign. Can you predict a date when the campaign will reach its goal and the fleet will be built? Mr. Bednar. A couple of days ago, our President Volodymyr Zelensky launched a fundraising campaign for a fleet of naval drones. The money is collected through the United 24 fundraising platform. Over 120 million Ukrainian hryvnias, 300,000 USD, were collected only at the first day of campaign. These costs will cover purchasing of 12 drones. Ukrainian people are well self-organized and are very supportive for such initiatives. Vasily Bednar, the Ukrainian ambassador to Turkey. A lot of companies, businesses, and private people are donating money for the defense of Ukraine. For example, Lithuanian journalist Andrius Tapinas together with the people of Lithuania collected $250,000 which will be transferred via United 24 for these drones. Air raid siren sounds all over Ukraine for second time in one day. An air raid siren was sounded all over Ukraine's mainland for the second time already on Sunday the 13th of November. Source: alerts.in.ua. Belaruski Hagen, an independent Belarusian military monitoring media outlet details, air raid sirens started after 12 o'clock. The government is asking Ukrainians to stay in shelters. The Belaruski Hagen has reported that a MiG-31K interceptor jet that can carry Kinzhal hypersonic missiles took off in Belarus. Another 2 fighter jets followed shortly afterwards. Previously, the previous air raid siren lasted 1.5 hours on the morning of the 13th of November. Ukraine calls on Hungary to condemn statement by its MP on meeting on Polish-Hungarian border. Ukraine's foreign ministry has called on the Hungarian government to condemn a statement by Hungarian MP Laszlo Taracskai about a meeting on the joint Polish-Hungarian border, ministry spokesman Oleg Nikolenko said on Facebook on November 13. The call of the Hungarian legislator Laszlo Taracskai to review the state borders is unacceptable, Nikolenko said. Read also: Hungary blocks EU financial assistance of €18 billion for Ukraine. We call on the Hungarian government to condemn such irresponsible statements, which undermine bilateral relations and do not correspond to the spirit of good neighborliness. Poland celebrated its 104th Independence Day on November 11. Hungarian MP Laszlo Taracskai wished Poles that they and Hungarians would soon meet again on the common Polish-Hungarian border. Read also: Hungary launches large-scale communications campaign against sanctions on Russia. Russian dictator Vladimir Putin on November 4 said that Poland, Romania and Hungary are allegedly planning to reclaim territories lost after the Second World War. We are talking about the return of those territories that were taken from Poland, Putin said, in what appeared to be an attempt to stoke tensions over current borders in Eastern Europe. We must admit that they were accumulated by Stalin after the Second World War. Large territories in Romania and Hungary were seized. Poland responded by stating that Putin had once again produced fakes that are far from reality. The Romanian Foreign Ministry responded that they fully support the independence, sovereignty and territorial integrity of Ukraine within its internationally recognized borders and condemn the Russian Federation for its military aggression. Read also: Romania rejects Putin's false statements that the country has territorial claims against Ukraine. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Hungary said that it does not consider correct the statements of Russian dictator Vladimir Putin about Budapest's territorial claims against Ukraine. Former U.S. General Hodges forecasts liberation of Mariupol and Crimea. The liberation of Kherson will allow the armed forces of Ukraine to attack Russian troops on the edges of Crimea with HIMARS, significantly aiding further liberations, the former commander of the U.S. Army in Europe, General Ben Hodges, wrote on Twitter on November 12. HIMARS will soon be fired from Kherson, Hodges wrote. The approaches to Crimea are within reach. This will weaken Russian defenses, while the left wing of the counteroffensive will take Mariupol and Melitopol by January. Then the decisive stage of the campaign begins. The liberation of Crimea. The GMLRS rockets that Ukraine's HIMARS rocket launchers fire have ranges of up to 70 kilometers, meaning they can reach most of the Russian-occupied left bank part of Kherson Oblast. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.